Well, once again, you've done up another powerful episode of the Bros of the Brew. Jersey Joe here, Joel over there on the West Coast. And one thing you and I know, and Joel and all of us like to do on the show, we like to have a lot of fun. And one place you have a lot of fun are at amusement parks, right? I mean, who doesn't love amusement parks? Joel, you a big fan of amusement parks?
I guess. I mean,
So I take that as a yes. I know you have a fear of heights, but do you like roller coasters?
yeah, they're good.
He loves roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I hope you watching live do too. So chime in and let's join our conversation. Tell us, what do you think about roller coasters? Do you like them? Do you hate them? What's the best, the worst? Or are you just damn scared of them? We got a lot to talk about in this episode, so hit us up live now or on Twitter. Joe, we'll go to you first. What is your favorite part about roller coasters?
The adrenaline rush you get when you go on the drop. That's it. If you get the highest drop ever, that's the best. Like, the bigger, the faster, the scarier the shit, the better. It's fun to be scared.
They are kind of scary. You know what? I agree. I like the adrenaline rush. You know what? I used to get scared of them as a little kid, but now I pretty much know as an adult, like, they're mostly safe or else they wouldn't be open or the parks would get sued or shut down. So do I enjoy the roller coasters? Absolutely. I love this. The favorite is when you get on some of those ones that really take off up the chain hill and just go for it. Like, usually you click, 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 click with the old wooden roller coasters up there. And that was always the best part. I like both wooden roller coasters and I like metal ones too because they both offer each their own experience. Do you have a preference between the two, either metal roller coasters or a wooden one?
Battle. The wooden ones are too rickety, but I will still say no. Or I still won't say no. Not
Nice.
to a roller coaster.
Yeah. One of my favorite wooden roller coasters is here in New York City, out on Coney Island, the Cyclone. It's classic. It's so old. It shakes you all around, you know, like crazy. Coming off that thing, it's like a free visit to the chiropractor. Like, it definitely is going to crack your back. It's definitely going to make you feel good. It is by no means smooth, but it's part of the character of it. Like, my grandparents rode the same roller coaster, so it's kind of cool that I can enjoy those thrills today. And then I also like the new steel roller coasters. Even though they're smooth, you still can, like, really fly through the air and do a lot of cool loops and stuff that you can't do on a wooden roller coaster. So, you know what? To me, they both have their pluses and minuses. And hey, Joel, one of the best ones I think that we have to offer is actually out there in Vegas, in front of New York, the Manhattan Express. I think it's like $12 to ride it now, but they even have done this thing where you put this virtual reality glasses on, and like it's a whole different ride now. Have you tried the new virtual reality version?
No, I haven't. I don't want to be throwing up while I'm watching myself go flying around. I'm also looking in some other direction.
The one thing about the Manhattan Express out there in Vegas is that's one of those roller coasters you can ride absolutely drunk, and they don't care. They'll let you know as long as you're buckled in. They're like, hey, well, there, go for it. Good luck. Have you ever had the chance to ride a roller coaster drunk?
I don't know. Probably. I don't remember.
You can also do that here at Coney Island in New York City too, because they have a couple beach bars out there, and you can walk around through the park and like have a few drinks and then get on the roller coasters. They don't care, which is kind of a whole different experience, and we got to talk about that when we're hosting a drinking web show. But let's go to a couple of your comments. Basically, people chime in on social media, and if you're watching right now, hit us up. Well, what's your favorite roller coaster? Keith writes in and he says, I'm a huge fan. My favorite so far is the Hulk at Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando. Very creative, fun, and exciting. It's kind of true. I mean, it's what's also neat about these roller coasters, the bigger theme parks, the theming. You know, you can be Superman, like at Six Flags here, they have a Superman ride where you actually lay down and fly through, which is pretty cool. And another one I enjoyed at Hershey Park has, I think it's the roller soaker, where it's actually you hang down upside down from the track and then you get wet. Like you dump a bucket of water on the line, people are shooting you. It's a whole different experience. So what would you say is probably your favorite roller coaster?
That fucking sounds like torture.
It ain't bad.
Dude, I liked going to Six Flags in Vallejo, which is in Northern California. I loved going there because I lived close enough to drive there for a little while.
Yeah.
And they have one called the Medusa that has a 150-foot drop, and the drop is just like,
yeah,
it like fakes you out, and then it goes down, and the whole time it's going down, it doesn't fly that fast, so your stomach goes up and it just stays there. And it's like,
I'm
it
so
really
glad
with you, and I love it.
I'm so glad you mentioned Medusa because they have that here at Six Flags in New Jersey, but they upgraded it with special effects. So there's like fire that shoots out at one point. You like go through a crazy light tunnel. Like they totally upgraded it. And I think it's one of the greatest coasters ever because of that. It is so much fun. It's pretty cool too. The other thing that I like about amusement parks is when you get to be an adult, you can spend a little bit more money. Now this is where theme parks make their money, but you buy the Flash Pass. That's where you already spend like 80 more bucks, but it gets you to the front of the line, or you can pre-schedule when you're going to take the ride. I know it's like a big money maker for the parks. They do it in Disney, I know that. But the Flash Pass, you spend a little bit more, you wait, you don't have to wait so long in line. That, Joel, to me is one thing that drives me nuts, though, is when you go there, you spend like an hour in line for like a 5-minute ride. Doesn't that drive you nuts?
I don't go on days that it's absolutely packed full of people for that reason.
Yeah.
Try and go on like a weekday or some other occasion where it's like right after a holiday. But yeah, no, that. Waiting in line that long.
Yeah, that is definitely a great tip and a secret to point out, because I do that too. Try to go during the week. Earlier in the week is better, Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. And definitely avoid school field trip days when the park is just screaming with kids. And then weekends are a little tough too. So earlier in the week, you stand in line less. Good point. Let's take another viewer comment right now, because Rockford Guitar writes in and he says, there are few true roller coasters left in existence. There is a pair in Hershey Park that were built to replicate the wooden railroad feel of real coasters. The other is obviously the Thunder, I believe it's called, at Coney Island. They're fun to ride, classic and pure. These new contraptions spin you like a corkscrew till you are ill. So people, get out there while the originals still exist. Hands in the air, y'all. Ooh, so okay, Dennis is a fan of old school roller coasters. He's talking about the Thunderbolt. It's another roller coaster in Coney Island. It was a classic one. They demolished it. They put a new metal version in. It's just as good too. And Joel, one of my other favorite parks for roller coasters is Kennywood in Pittsburgh. It's all classic roller coasters except for one. They've been around forever, and it is so much fun. Seriously, at one point in the list of us traveling, we got to get you to Kennywood because I think you'd really enjoy it.
All right, sounds good.
But I mean, one thing too, I also like Dennis commented, I think the loops are kind of cool, some of them too. It's like, when can you do a barrel roll like in your airplane? I have, you know what, put me on a roller coaster, I'm good to go no matter what. You can handle the loops, right?
Sure. No kiddie coasters though. It needs to be fucked up. Like I need my insides to be confused when I get off the ride.
It's just like when you get off there, sometimes it like messes with your equilibrium. It's like having a good night of drinking, you know? You get like that same feel.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do. So here's one thing. I put 2 poll questions out this week for this show because, you know what, I had an idea for one, and then I wanted you guys to solve the final answer for us. So first off, I asked out on social media, are you a fan of roller coasters? Do you ride them? All right, 62% of you said, yes, you are a fan. 38% said no. I thought that was rather high. I thought more people enjoyed coasters in a park than that. I really thought it was going to be almost 100% because there's only very few people that I know, friends of mine, that are scared of roller coasters. Do you have any friends of yours that are like terrified and won't get on one?
Yeah, did anybody add any info to that?
No, and I wish they would have. Speaking of voting, I put a second question up because this one was kind of an interesting side thought. Do you scream on roller coasters? I don't. Well, first of all, let's get the 57% of you said yes, you do scream on roller coasters. 43% of you said no, you do not. I don't scream because I'm scared. I scream because I'm having a good time. Joel, I bet you scream nothing but profanities the whole time you're on there, right?
No.
Should I get the long bleep button ready to go for this one?
If you want. I don't always scream profanities. Usually right after I get on the ride or right before, but during it I'm nice and quiet and just like trying not to die.
I had to ask. I'm also the guy that gets excited when a plane takes off. You know, it's running down the runway 100 miles per hour. I'm like, yeah, go. It's so much fun. So, hey, you know what? We both like adrenaline. We'll put it that way. We both like that fun roller coaster. And apparently most of our viewers do too. One thing our viewers also love to do is click that like and subscribe button down below so you miss any more episodes of this web show. Or on Thursday's Get Back Jersey show, I've got a fun Cabo, Mexico picture quiz. Now, you know I went down for my 40th birthday. Joel, you were there with me, and I took some crazy photos of people out and about in their daily lives down there and made into a fun picture quiz. Play along Thursday starting at noon on Kicking Back Jersey show on my YouTube channel. And I don't know if I would ever get on a roller coaster, though, in Mexico. Would you?
I wouldn't even get on most wooden roller coasters, so let's just go ahead and wait on that one. I'll let them get the prototype out of the way.
I don't even know Mexico has roller coasters. There were no theme parks we were in Cabo. That is a good thing to Wikipedia one day.
You could always just drink the water and get your adrenaline rush a different way.
Yeah, Montezuma's revenge. Absolutely right. Jersey Joe here, Eye in the Box. Thank you very much for joining us live and for your great comments, and we'll see you next time, I hope.